Hello there, my name's Tuesday GMT and this is Stardew Valley. We are on day 24 of our first winter, and day 24 is nothing special according to the calendar. We have the Feast of the Winter Star tomorrow, and we have Gus as our Secret Santa, but Gus likes diamonds, so we will simply give him one of our handful of diamonds. Weather report. Clear and sunny tomorrow, perfect weather for the Feast of the Winter Star. The event will take place in Pelican Town, starting between 9 AM and 2 PM. Don't be late. Fortune teller. Spirits are very displeased today. They will do their best to make your life difficult. So it's bad luck day. Pumpkin pie. In my house, it's a tradition to eat pumpkin pie during the Feast of the Winter Star. Season just isn't complete without that wonderful flavour you can only achieve with the finest farm fresh pumpkins. A little nutmeg, cinnamon and clove will sweep you off to a land of crimson and gold. Didn't we? Yeah. Not only have we got it fundamentally, we've got it recently, haven't we? What we got going on here? Dear children and producers, tomorrow is the Feast of the Winter Star. Did you get a gift for your Secret Santa, Gus? The feast starts at 9 AM in the town square. See you then, Mayor Lewis. We've got another mail as well. Oh. Children and producers, in the future, I'd appreciate it very much if you refrain from placing my private belongings in town for all to see. I'm very displeased. Take this money and never speak of my project to anyone. So that's, you remember we went and put the statue by Clint's. That was the sort of reaction to it. Actually, what I need to do is process more of the... Oh, we got that up. Okay. So we can grab some of them. We need to process more of these fruits. Strawberries and... Okay. Because... we now have the greenhouse. What was the thing we needed to place for key by 10 beets? So we need to grab the beets. Beeters. Oops. Beets. So we've got to plant the 10 beets. So we might as well take our iridium sprinkler. I'll obviously show you that. The plan for today is to process the... Where are the cranberries? They're there. Okay. Is to process the seeds. I'll show you the greenhouse. We should also grab the coffee as well, because that's the big thing we can do, or a big thing we can do with the greenhouse is get our coffee working. So you will recall we obviously laid out 7 of these three chunk things. Oh, we need to grab our mushrooms, don't we? And yeah, we'll grab the mushrooms. Oh, that was quite a good harvest, that, with the mushrooms. Yes, so we have got only one iridium sprinkler, which is a bit unfortunate. In which case, why am I carrying... I need to think how I'm going to do this rather than just... Well, we'll do all the animals first. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to try and do, is buy the other animals. Is Marnie going to be there today? That's the big question. Another iridium egg. So we don't seem to be getting as many duck eggs as I thought we would. Oh, need the pail as well then. So what we can try and do, I mean, we could always sell the goat. Oops. Because we've got the goat's cheese. Leia does like goat's cheese. That's one thing you can keep it around for. And there's also, I know the animal products. It was a large goat's milk, but we've already done that one, haven't we? So that's okay. So if we go and sell that, we need to plant the beet seeds. And okay. Really need to do that today. So what I was just thinking, as I say, I can go and have a look while all these seeds process more than anything. See if Marnie is in. I'm not at all sure whether she will be or not. Because we got 47 grand, so we should at least be able to buy some of the animals. It's nearly the end of winter, so we're not... Ah, she is here. Okay, say hello first. You can use a side to cut feed from grass. Or you can buy it from me, of course. Oh, she's got another one. I could use the cash. So, if we purchase animals, if we get... Because we get everything now, because everything's upgraded. We need to do the rabbit's foot, don't we? With some urgency. Well, not urgency. What's a good name? Ooh, Tomo's not bad. Cool. Purchase animals. The other one we really need to do is the pig. What does that leave us? That's going to leave us with 22. And he's 8. So we would then be left with... Okay. So that gives us... grockers. I quite like that. Purchase animals. So if we buy the sheep, we're going to end up with 14 grand left, which will get bumped by 5 grand or 5 grand-ish for the jam we've got. I'm buying the sheep more to show you. We won't be keeping the sheep long term. Coke. Crikey. Okay. She get new dialogue then when you buy animals. Adios. Okay. Did I just not do that? So, we've now got one of each animal. So, there's only 4 days left of winter. So we've got enough stuff. Enough hay, I'm sure. So let's just say hello to our new animals. We've got the baby sheep, Coke. We've got a little pig, Brockers. What we'll probably do is when they're at 5 hearts, we will sell them, and we will buy probably one or at least one more pig. That's Tomo. They're really cute, the baby rabbits. Okay, so I will go and sell this stuff. How are we doing with other seeds are processed? Cool. So we've got, how many strawberries have we got in total? 13 so far. Okay. See how with 2 of those bait bins it adds up quite quickly? Because when you do a fish, when you do a session, you're probably going to get around sort of 10 fish maybe. We've also got the bait boxes. It's a bit of a drain as well, but we're unlikely to be going fishing, sort of 2 days out of 3. So you sort of get a net gain effect. So we might as well sell them. We'll sell that. We'll sell that. So we've got to plant these beets. Didn't I get another iridium bar? If I did, it's not here. Okay. Because we're not gonna... It's gonna cover... I'm not sure on the maths. So we're not planning on doing anything other than this today. Sorting out the... well, sorting out's probably a bit of a strong word, but... doing the things. So Actually, I might as well get rid of them. Tree. And so we're trying to process the seeds, really. See what we can get. So I've ended up with 15 strawberries. So we need to plant them beets. So we can get them grown. Okay, so I will show you the greenhouse. So it's literally just like a room you go into. We'll probably have to put some lights in here actually, because you don't automatically. It's not light. So this is the upgrade. Oh, okay. Upgraded hoe. No, that's the wrong one. There you go. And you see it now gives the 3x option, which, given the shapes of the sprinklers, is actually a sort of more useful shape anyway. Well, it's obviously more tiles covered, but it's a more useful shape. Now I'm going to do all of this. Oh, well, I'm going to do a big chunk of this. More so that I can plan it out. What happens in the greenhouse is, you know, there's spots when you've tilled land on your farm. There's only a sort of percentage chance that it won't return back to normal soil. It might stay there even if there's no plants on there. You know, there's a chance it might stay. Well, here in the greenhouse, it's 100% guaranteed that it will return. Okay, so an Iridium sprinkler does a 2x2 thing. Okay, so Iridium sprinkler will cover that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space. Okay, so you then want obviously another 2 there, and you put Iridium sprinkler there. So that then covers the both of those areas. But 1, 2, 1, 2. So we want one there, and we want there. So you see, we only need 4 iridium sprinklers to cover the entire thing, but it doesn't quite cover the area. Yeah. So those 2, 1, 2, you would have a gap, or this area here would not be covered by iridium sprinklers. So 1, 2, yeah. But what you can do is you can actually put the sprinklers on the side there. Yeah. So what we need to do is plant these beets. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. So those are our beets. We will then plant. What we will probably have in here is ancient seeds and strawberries. I'm not sure really whether I will. What will I do? What I normally do, you see, is I normally have like a row of coffee or 2. Just the one row is usually enough. 1, 2, 3. So we really need to be going down Skull Cavern, you see. And what you can do is you can put other things in here. You can't pick any of these up, but you can put, you know, what should we call them? Jelly things down here, which is probably what we'll do. We'll probably put them in here so that we can make jelly out of everything we produce. And we'll also put a couple of, because to make the coffee, you actually use the. No, I should have put speed grow down. Speed grow is quite good. But what I'll actually probably do is put down sort of some of each of these. So 1, 2, 3, so that we can start generating, because they take 10 days to grow. How many does that leave me with? I was quite like to have 8 left over, because that's a lot. And then when it comes to spring, we can plant them up, you see. So the other spaces we will put ancient seeds in. Okay, so this is the end. It's only going to alter this area. Okay, and say this will turn back to fallow automatically. But we can get those plants on the go so that we can use this, and then obviously fill in extra spaces there, so that we can get the plants growing, because they'll grow all year continuously. And get the plants growing so we can get more seeds to produce more plants, if that makes sense. So I'll put that in there so we can do that. Goat's milk in there. Put that in there. So it's all. I just wanted to explain the sort of plan. What I also did is, you remember we bought all those seeds from the night market. I was thinking too small scale. I was thinking about having, you know, only really this row. I'd sort of forgotten that I'd done all of this as well. And what we can actually do in spring, we can have one of these lots dedicated to each plant that grows, and that will then give us loads and loads of plants. Longer term, we'll only have small gardens, and they won't be late. I'll try and make it a bit prettier, so I won't lay them out in this mechanistic, you know, efficiency manner. It'll be more aesthetic, I think. And you know, these will be in. We'll put these in barns, and we'll use this area, probably keep this for the animals. Do some wild stuff, and then the whole side of the barn over there, off to the side there, all of that we'll use for our winery. I think that's my long-term plan. So what we can do is keep processing these. How are we doing? So I wanted to put those in the thing there. It's an annoying time length, the amount of time required to process the seeds. It's not quite long enough for you to do anything, but it's too short that, you know, you sort of, what I could do, just as a quick thing, is go and see if we did get another iridium cooking up at the thing, because it would actually be nice to plant more plants in the greenhouse. If we go to the quarry and just see if anything spawned. Yeah, so just a couple of rocks, three rocks. I don't actually know whether what spawns is influenced by your luck level. I don't think it is. We did. I thought we did. So we've got another iridium bar here, so we can make another iridium sprinkler. So we want. Should we do 1 gold and 1 iron? I might as well also do the. Shall we pop over to the Adventurers Guild? Might as well do that as well. So I'll pop that in there. That in there. Process these. Come on. I was actually thinking we could, because tomorrow is the winter start, so we won't actually be allowed into town. But in a couple of days' time, it's Clint's birthday, so we're going to have to do a thing through the town anyway. And we might put a couple of crab pots down at the sea. Because those crab cakes, I was really impressed by that. I'll be totally frank, I wasn't quite expecting to make that discovery, really. But I was really impressed by how effective they were. Or how useful they were for, you know, for going down the mines, basically. And crabs is a thing you get in the crab pots. So that's a good thing to be fishing for, I think. The only problem with that, not town, what are you doing? Oh, here we go. Actually, I'll show you this. So this was what he's replaced this with. So he's put that in its place. Where you remember we had this rotten plant. That was where we put the. That was where we put the statue. Now, I wonder, given that was just sort of behind the thing, I don't think we sort of triggered that as such. It was just there. So I'm actually wondering whether we can go and do the same thing again. Don't know. So yeah, what I was saying about the seeds is we have... Oh, it's the wrong thing. We have... so the way it works, so we've got... Well, I could show you the... So strawberries is one, but then which are the spring ones? So we've got spring. So well, tulips is different because they're going to be down the bottom. Tomatoes, they're not spring, are they? No, they're summer. Summer. It's got rhubarb. Fall, spring, potato. Summer, spring. Obviously they're sort of spring. Kale is spring. Jazz is slightly different. They're fall, summer, fall, spring. And that's it, isn't it? Fall, summer, fall. Jazz seed is spring. So the flowers will just have the bottom, we'll just leave them. But you see we've got rhubarb once, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. But we also get garlic. Yeah, so garlic becomes available in year 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they match up, you see. So what I can do is I can now, obviously they don't quite fill because we've not got enough strawberry seeds. Although actually, I've got a decision there. Should I plant them in the greenhouse or should I plant them here? But we have got loads of these mixed seeds, you see. So I can fill up one of these and we'll just get random plants basically. The other option is we could plant some, if I don't fancy filling that up fully or whatever, we could plant some wild seeds because we're still not maxed out our foraging. Anyway, so that was what I'm thinking, but that means I bought woefully too many because each one of these is 24 and for all but I think cauliflower we're going to do like 4 harvests, 6 harvests, that sort of thing. So we need way more seeds than I bought, which is fine. It gives us a start, a head start really. That was the thing. And next time I probably will be buying, using much fewer plants basically. So if I'm to make an iridium sprinkler, that's bound to need that maybe. What would I need? So iridium sprinkler. I'm rather loath to buy more. No. Build more regular sprinklers. It's iridiums we're really focusing on. Okay, so what we can do then is nip into the greenhouse again. You see how dark it is in here? Pop this down. And we might as well plant more coffee. What we might end up doing then is having the coffee row be that row. Well, that's easy enough, isn't it? So should I plant the strawberry seeds in here? We'll definitely plant these ancient seeds. So it doesn't really matter where I plant them. I could plant more coffee there, couldn't I? So how many more ancient seeds are we going to get? Probably going to get enough to fill that up. So what I would normally do with... should I sell them now and show you the thing? Because I don't think we're ever going to get silver ones. Silver big ones, that is. What I'd normally do... What was I saying there? So I've got 2 more. There was a slot for 5, wasn't there? So if I sell... Oh, actually, 2 of them. I think we already sold a gold one. With the goat's cheese, I'm pretty sure there is a recipe that requires goat's cheese, like a specific recipe requiring goat's cheese. Should I leave them here? Should I build another chest? Let's see what we get. What we're going to So if we got 2 more ancient seeds. Oops. No, we've got 3. So we've got 1 more slot than we've got seeds. Okay, so I'll leave that in there. So say what we need to do is really set up a production sort of factory in here. Eventually, but I say what I will do is simply, because we haven't got the iridium sprinklers, we need 4 more. So we really need to get down the old mine. But say with the goat's cheese, there is, I'm pretty sure, a recipe. But one of the things, as I say, I was mentioning before. So it's Feast of the Winter Star tomorrow. So let's get ahead of ourselves. Let's buy that. Take that diamond. I can't do anything else really tomorrow. I'll go around and have a forage. Yeah, so there is a specific recipe, I'm pretty sure, that requires goat's cheese. Okay, but what happens with the cooking is that if you've got cheese of any type, a recipe requires cheese of any type, it will just take them in a sort of almost random way. So we want to use up the regular cheese because we're not, the goat's cheese is more valuable. So actually we're running a bit low on milk there, aren't we? Yeah, my plan is to end up with, I'm not sure whether I'll keep 2. I mean, we ended up with 2 cheese presses, didn't we? So, yeah, I'm not sure about that, but so I can't do anything else that might involve these items tomorrow, because we could give that to Gunther, but we can't because it's blocked off. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll just go to bed then. So I need to show you the values, if I can, of the animal products. So there you go. You see, we've got another 7 grand. So we ended up with 2 gold mayos. So 798. Half of that would be 350 plus 44. No, 4. What's half of 98? It would be 50 less 1, 49. So it's 399, isn't it? Yeah, I think something like that. But what I'm basically saying is that even the large egg at iridium quality is clearly not anywhere near as close, even though that's double. Call it 800. So each one's 399, which is even if you doubled that, it's not enough. And I know we've got the perks and stuff, but the basic point is you might think, oh, it's an iridium one, I'll sell it, but actually you're better off converting it into the artisan thing. Even and so the reason I'm worrying about the price there is that's obviously a gold mayonnaise, which is from a large egg, but the same's true for the small eggs as well. Even at the highest quality, it's best to convert them into the artisan product. You get more money if you've got machines and you can be asked to do that. If you can't, just sell them as they are, or keep them for recipes or whatever. The recipes, how much do we get for that? Nothing for the rotten plant. I wonder if that affects your relationship with him as well. I've mentioned this before, the recipes don't make less money than the items they're using. You want the recipes for their booster effects, or if they're a useful gift to give to someone. Or, of course, if you're trying to go for a completionist run and you're trying to make every item. Expect a few inches of snow tomorrow. One of the reasons I'm going to grow every plant is simply to get a good stock of them. So I'm thinking about it more from a role-playing point of view, really, than actual min-maxing. Spirits are in good humour today. I think you'll have a little extra luck. Living off the land. Ever had the urge to dig around in your neighbour's trash? Ooh, hey, if that's your thing, you ain't You don't do it when anyone's around. Just don't do it when anyone's around. If they notice you, they'll be seriously grossed out and it'll harm your friendship. Well, unless they're into the same thing. So Linus probably, therefore, that's hinting that Linus probably likes you it going in the trash. Did Lewis decline? You can't really tell. So Gus is who we've got as our secret Santa, so that should bump his relationship up quite high. I want to be a bit more focused on relationships going forward. So it's Clint's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, so one of the things I was thinking about Emily as our thing. I've not married Emily before as a partner, but we've also partly because we've already got her to 4 stars, and she's quite easy to give quality gifts to, particularly as we've got animals. She likes quite a lot of the animal products, I think, certainly cloth. But there's a boost. Remember there was the dance, the flower dance, which is the only event we've not been to. That's quite a good one. I might as well clear some of these out actually. Yeah, that's quite a good one to boost her relationship as well, because you have to be at a certain heart level to get the event, to get a dance at the event. Wiggly one there, so we'll go grab that. I think it's 5. That's what I've got in my head. So the rabbit, as I say, I'm pretty sure it drops fluff or wool or whatever. But it'll randomly drop rabbit's feet. And it turns out we need 2 now. We need 2 rabbit's feet. Yeah, we need 2 rabbit's feet because we have to give one to the driver. What I'm thinking is focusing more on... really? Did we do it yesterday? Oh yes, of course we did. I'm thinking, because the pigs are sort of no particular trouble. The cows, we can use the auto grabber. But I suppose the same's true with the sheep. The auto grabber will help us out there as well. But yeah, cows, chickens, and pigs are what we'll focus on. Because cows, in fact, we need 3, as I understand it. Bunny feet. Yeah, the cows, obviously, we get the milk, which we can use, in recipes as needed. Pigs are sort of fire and forget almost, because they get the. Did I just? What did I do then? I didn't. I went up there to put these in the cell bin, and didn't do it. Okay. Feast of the Winter, the Star. Shall I? What I'm thinking is go around and do a bit of forage until sort of midday-ish, and then go to the feast. It's another one where it dumps you back at sort of midnight-ish. So we'll essentially lose the day really, but you can't go there sort of any later than 2 o'clock. It's now really quick to chop trees, as you can see, now that we've got a gold axe. So it's only 5 chops now to chop a whole tree. That's 4 actually, wasn't it? Was that not 4? It's 5 to do the stump as well. 3, 4. Yeah, there's a tree's only 4. And what? 2 for the stump? That doesn't seem to be very consistent. Let's have a look, see. Because I'm thinking about putting tappers on all these trees. Just to help us out. Not all of them, but certainly the oaks and the maples. Particularly once we've got our forage up. Because we don't then need to chop them down. Although we do need wood. Everyone needs wood. So no real point chopping that one because it always falls in the river. How are we doing? 12:30, okay. Got some worms. Doing 1 o'clock, so we really need to go over there now. We've obviously got the diamond in our inventory, so you don't need anything more than that. I'm not sure if we can actually ride horse into the thing. I don't remember them doing that. So there we go. Feast of the Winter Star. Welcome to the Feast of the Winter Star. Today is a time to be thankful for this year's good fortune. Forget your worries for a day and relax. Ooh, presents! That's the important thing. Humph, I'm still upset I didn't win the ice fishing competition. What a beautiful tree! Do you want to hear the legend of the Winter Star? Go on then. In the night sky of winter there is a bright star only visible from this valley. No one knows why this is, but in times of old people would come from far and wide to see it. They believed that anyone who laid eyes on the Winter Star would be blessed with good fortune. Some even claim that the mysterious fruit known as Stardrop is connected to the Winter Star in some way. Hey, good afternoon. I'm sure there's some proper reason for that, but my assumption is it's something to do with the Junimos. I'd join in, but I don't think I'm welcome. Oh, poor old Linus. So I never really know whether talking to them at these these festival events, impacts the friendship, whether it benefits it. Which way around should we do this? Can I get around there? I was thinking about sweeping around because Gus is there, you see. Shall we do that then? Trismegistus, what are you hoping to find under the spirit tree? A new cut watering can, a jug of spice mead. Oh, we haven't done any mead. I can show you that as well. Pair of stylish boots. Go with some booze. Ooh, that sounds nice. Make sure to give me a taste. Is it mead we can make? Yeah. I hope there's a new camera for me under the spirit tree. A feast for some stupid star? Humbug. Miserable bastard. Oh my, aren't you cold, dear? It's freezing. Oh, hello. That wasn't very good. It's not a good time of year for a diet. I'm thankful for my guitar and my skateboard. Oh, and my family, I guess. I can't get to Vincent there, can I? Hi, Trismegistus. Is that it? Okay. Hi, Trismegistus. You're welcome to join our family table if you need company. Oh, that's kind. Spending time with family is tiring sometimes. I'll probably get another tool set this year. Sigh. Can we open presents now? Nice to see the kids have their priorities correctly set. Let's go. Actually, talk to Harvey first, shall we? My sales figures have been phenomenal lately, thanks to the Feast of the Winter Star. Boy, holidays are good for business. I wonder if I could invent some new ones. Nothing like a piping hot feast on a cold winter's day, huh? Ooh, I've had too much nog. I've met some people who believe in spirits and magic, but me, I've never seen anything that couldn't be explained by science. Sigh, all those happy families, but for me, just another lonely year. I'm thankful there were no medical emergencies this year. Gus was just telling me about his artisan candy canes. Yawn. I think he had too much cinnamon nog. Why, hello there, Trismegistus. It's chilly, isn't it? Now, Gus is obviously our secret Santa. Give Gus his secret gift. Yes. Oh, so it's you. Ah, Diamond, thanks. So that triggers automatically. Alright, George was our giver. What do we get? He was obviously our highest heart level, so maybe that's what gets it selected. Hi, so I'm your secret gift giver this year. Well, open it. Ah, deluxe speed grow. That's thank you. You received deluxe speed grow times 10. You don't like it, huh? Bah, these kids these days, no appreciation for anything. That was expensive, and I'm not made of money, you know. So I think we can still talk to people if we had, you know, anyone left to talk to. So that's the Feast of the Winter Star. I think there's nothing. No, I can't see any pop-ups. Anything down there? That's interesting. These decorations are the one I think are the ones you can buy at that Winter Festival thing. Leave the Feast of the Winter Star. Once you do, the festival will end. It'll drop us here at 10 o'clock again. Even though the festival ends at 2 o'clock, it drops us here at 10 o'clock. And Horson will be on the path, I think. So, these are my useful items. We can sell all of them. Put those in our seed thing. That in our seed thing as well. And what should we do with the winter root? Might as well sell it because we've got loads of them now. Eggs. Might just do the duck egg for the sake of it. Pick up cheese. Pop them in there. Pop that in there. Those in there. Sell all of these. Just thinking about maybe putting the cheese in the fridge. I know we got 6 cheese in there. No, I'll leave him. Go on there. Did we say hello? No, we didn't say hello to you at some point. Thought I might just wander up the top here as it's only 11 o'clock. See if there's any forage at the top there. Anything? 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 Nope. I could chop that tree down. Okay, so that was Feast of the Winter Star. Ah, we got forager. Excellent. So, this is rubbish. So what it does, it puts arrows, basically, on the edge of your screen, showing you where forageable items are, which sounds like a good idea, but as soon as they come onto your screen, that arrow disappears. So, when you're playing on a big monitor like this, it's particularly useless because, well, you take, for example, the bus stop. I can see the entire bus stop. You know, when I walk into it, you wouldn't on a normal, you know, or a smaller 1920 1080, it would have more use. But even then, having played on a 1920 by 1080 monitor, or 1280 I think actually mine, it's still useless, particularly because it doesn't highlight them with anything other than arrows on the screen, edge of the screen. So you can, walk up and they'll pop on, and it's like, well, I probably have seen that anyway. So we'll get this. Botanist forage items are always of highest quality. So then that basically means anything. Oh, was that a cluck? Did that make a cluck noise there? Or was that my imagination? So we've got a whole load of stuff out of that, all that forage we got. So yeah, so not a lot of money, but at least we've leveled up to forager. The only one we're not at level 10 for now is the combat. We should really get that. My plan for the next couple of days is it's Clint's birthday tomorrow, so we'll obviously give him a gift. We can also then do any little bits and pieces we've got with regards to the community centre and all that sort of stuff. But also I want to buy some rock and some bombs so that the day after we'll head up to Skull Cavern. Well, I say the day after. If it's a good luck day, we will head up to Skull Cavern, whether if it's good luck or very good. If it isn't, we'll leave it for the day after, which is the last day of winter, which normally most seasons the last day we want to make sure we've cleared up the farm, but we've already done that. It's sort of tidied up and set up, pretty much. Obviously, if the 28th's a bad luck day, then we'll just have to roll with it, and we'll go up to Skull Cavern again. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. If you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it, and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Tuesday GMT. This has been Stardew Valley. Thanks for watching. Cheers.